everyone. Before I begin, I would like to ask you a simple question. Have you ever eat have you ever feel sleepy after eating lunch? I think most of us have experienced this situation. We finish a delicious meal and only a short time later we start yawning. Our eyes become heavy, our concentration decreases, and sometimes all we want to do is take a nap. This is feeling this feeling is especially common after eating a large lunch. Students may struggle to stay focused during afternoon classes, while office workers often feel less productive after lunch breaks. Many people think that feeling sleepy after eating is simply a sign of laziness. However, science shows that there are several biological processes happening inside our body that explain why this occurs. In fact, this phenomenon has a scientific name, postprandial somnolence, or more commonly known as a food coma. Today, I would like to explain why people often feel sleepy after eating, what happens inside our body during digestion, and how our eating habits can affect our energy level and overall health. First is digestion requires a lot of energy. Whenever we eat, our body immediately starts a complex process called digestion. The food that enters in our must broken down into smaller nutrients so that the body absorb and use them. The stomach produces digestive acid, the intestine absorb nutrients, and many organs work together to process the food we consume. All of these activities requires energy to support digestion. The body activates what scientific calls rest and digest response, which is controlled by parasympathetic nervous system. This response encourages the body to relax and focus on internal function rather than physical activity. As a result, many people feel calmer, less energetic, and sometimes sleepy after eating. Although our body is resting on the outside, it is actually working very hard on the inside. Therefore, one reason we feel sleepy after eating is simply because our body is using energy to digest food. Second, the type of food we eat can affect our brain. Not all food have the same effect on our body. Foods that are high in carbohydrates, such as rice, noodle, bread, cakes, and sugary drinks, can increase blood sugar level quite rapidly. When blood sugar rises, the body releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin helps move sugar from the bloodstream into our cells so it can be used as energy. However, insulin also affects the movement of certain amino acids in the blood, especially one called tryptophan. Tryptophan is important because it helps the brain produce two chemicals, serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin is associated with relaxation and calm mood, while melatonin is hormone that helps regulate sleep. As the level of this substance increases, we may begin to feel sleepy. This is why many people feel drowsy after eating a large meal rich in carbohydrates. According to the health expert, some food naturally contain higher amount of tryptophan. Examples include eggs, tofu, soybean, fish, cheese, and etc. This food can support the production of serotonin and melatonin, which may contribute to feeling of relaxation after eating. Third, overeating can make us even sleepier. Have you ever eaten so much during a family gathering or celebration that you immediately wanted to lie down afterward? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. When we eat more food than our body actually needs, the digestive system has to work much harder. The stomach becomes fuller, digestion takes longer, and the body uses more energy to process the meal. As a result, we often feel heavier, slower, and more tired than usual. And in addition, some experts explain that after eating, more blood is directed toward the digestive organ to support the digestive process. This may contribute to feeling of reduced alertness and increases drowsiness. Therefore, the largest the meal, the stronger the feeling of sleepiness may become. And fourth, some foods are more likely to trigger sleepiness. Interestingly, certain food can increase drowsiness more than others. For example, bananas contain magnesium and potassium, which help relax muscle. Cherries are known as a natural source of melatonin, the hormone involved in regulating sleep. Herbal drinks such as chamomile tea may also create a calming effect that makes people feel more relaxed. In contrast, food that are high in sugar, fat, and refined carbohydrates can cause rapid change in blood sugar level. This change may be followed by a sudden drop in energy, making us feel tired and sleepy. This explains why some people feel extremely drowsy after eating fast food, sweet dessert, and large portion of rice and noodle. Why should we pay attention to this? Feeling sleepy after eating is usually normal. However, if it happens too often, it may indicate unhealthy eating habits. For example, regularly consuming excessive calories can lead to weight gain because the body stores extra energy as fat. Over time, this can increase the risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. In addition, sleeping immediately after eating may cause discomfort for some people because the digestive process is still active. Therefore, understanding why we feel sleepy after eating can help us make healthier lifestyle choices. How can we treat the sleepiness after meal? Yeah, there are several simple things we can do. First, eat balanced meal that include vegetable, protein, healthy fats, and moderate amount of carbohydrates. Second, avoid eating excessively large portion. Third, drink enough water throughout the day. Four, try to try taking a short walk for about 10 to 15 minutes before after eating. Like physically active can help improve circulation and maintain energy level. Finally, make sure you get enough sleep at night because lack of sleep can make post-meal drowsiness even worse. In conclusion, feeling sleepy after eating is a natural biological response. It happens because digestion requires energy. Certain food influence brain chemicals such as serotonin and melatonin, and overeating places extra demand on the digestive system. Although occasional sleepiness after meals is normal, maintaining healthy eating habits can help us stay more energetic and alert throughout the day. The next time you feel sleepy after lunch, remember that it is not simple because you are lazy. Your body is actually working hard behind the scenes to process the food you have eaten. Thank you for attention. I'm Prakti Khairin Mudra. Bye bye.